Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today I'll be showing you some books that I will be unhauling. So I've only ever done one unhaul video. It seems like I just have such a hard time getting rid of books, and I know I'm not the only one, like I'm a hoarder, but lately since I have moved, I've come across a lot of books that I'm like, I just am either not gonna read that, or I've read it and I didn't like it, or I have duplicate copies, because there are some cases where I have duplicate copies of books and I don't even know how that happens, but yeah, I have quite a few books that I do want to get rid of, and if I had the choice to, I would like give them away because I think it's so awesome to give people free books, but I am broke and can't pay for shipping, so I'm sorry about that. But if I could, I would give away these books because some of them are good books, because I do have duplicate copies that I have read and I would like other people to read, but sadly I just can't. And also a disclaimer, if I mention a book that you love and I talk badly about it, I am sorry, it's just my opinion. So without further ado, let's just get into some of the books that I will be unhauling. Okay, so the first one is the one I read before, and that is It's Not You, It's Me by Carrie Cohen Hoffman. I read this last year and thought it was okay. I actually read it for the Cramathon last year because it's really short, but it was just an okay book. It wasn't anything special, and I just can't picture myself ever rereading it again, and I don't want to keep it on my shelf, so I'm just going to get rid of it. There were a lot of problems I did actually have with the book because the relationship part of it just was weird. It's about this couple who breaks up, and then I think it's the girl who's trying to get him back, and it's just like this constant thing where the girl's trying to get this guy back, and it just never ends and nothing ever gets resolved. And it's kind of like stupid in a way, so yeah, I'm not going to read it again, so it's going to go. The next book I have is a duplicate. I already own this book. For some reason it ended up with my books, but I think it's actually my cousin's copy of this book, so I should give it back to her. But that is Beastly by Alex Finn. I do already own this book. I've seen the movie to this. I loved it. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I definitely do want to read it someday, but I don't need 2 copies of it. So I'm going to give this back to my cousin because it ended up with my books, because I used to live with her, and she would put her books on my bookshelf because it was convenient, but I accidentally took them. I actually have a few of her books in here. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one, but I do plan on reading this book really soon. Next I have The Glass Harp by Truman Capote. My grandma read this while we were vacationing in Europe, and she said it was good, so she gave it to me, but I can't picture myself reading this type of book. It's a historical fiction book, which I like historical fictions, but this one just doesn't really interest me at all. It is a movie, so maybe if I watch this movie first, maybe I'll like it, but right now I just don't want to pick it up. It is really short, but I just don't have any interest to pick it up, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Next, I have this really cute book, but I just don't think I'm ever really gonna read it, and that is The Cats Pajamas by Rachel Hale, and this just has a bunch of cat pictures in it and cat breeds. It is a really pretty book, and I actually think my mom gifted this to me, so maybe I shouldn't get rid of this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it is a really cute book. It did go through a lot of wear right there, but I already know so much about cats that do I really need to read more facts about cats, because I literally know everything about cats because I love cats. But this book is really cute. The pictures in it are adorable, so I don't know if I just don't think I'm ever gonna read it, but it is a really cute book, and it just kills me to give it away, so this one I might just think about. I don't really know. Next I have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I know this is a really well-loved book. It's super popular. I read the first few chapters of it and I just could not get into it. I tried so hard. I wanted to love it because a lot of people loved it, but I couldn't. And I ended up watching the movie instead, and the movie was interesting, but even watching the movie I didn't think it was anything special. So I thought at some point I'll get back to this, like maybe I wasn't in the mood to read it when I was reading it, but I just don't feel inclined to, and I don't think I'm ever going to pick it up again, so I'm just going to give it away. It really hurts because I know this is a really popular, well-loved book, but I could not get into it, which kills me because usually I'm really into thriller books, but this one, it just did not pique my interest, so it's going to be going. Next, I have one that is Missing the Dust Jacket because I ruined it on accident. That is Be Nice or Else and What's in It for You. I got this while I was in cosmetology school because at the one I go to, Paul Mitchell, they make you read this book. And it's all about being nice and like having good customer service and all that. I just don't think I need it. Like, maybe it would be good to read someday in case like I get a job, which I plan on getting a job, so I shouldn't even say in case. But I think this would help me like be more hospitable if I read it. But I don't, in a way, I don't think I'm a mean person, so like, do I really need it? So I'm just gonna get rid of it because I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. But it is a good book. I have read some parts of it, and it has a lot of good information about being nice to people and being hospitable and having good customer service. So it's pretty good. I just don't see myself picking it up anytime soon. Next, I have Looking for Alaska by John Green. If you have watched my channel before, you know how much I love this book. I have 2 copies of this book. I have a nicer copy right there. That's the hardback 10th anniversary edition. It is so much more prettier than this one. And this paperback that is like creased and stuff. It's been through a lot. I've had this book for a long time. So I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't need 2 copies of this book. But this is a great book, and I hope this book will get into the hands of someone who is going to enjoy it because I highly recommend this book. It is so good, and it's one of my favorites. Next, I have 2 books that are part of a series. I read the first book. It was okay, and I thought I was going to pick up the sequel, but I don't really want to. And that is The Program by Suzanne Young, and I also have The Treatment, which is the sequel. I read this book last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year, and I thought it was okay. It has to do with this world where suicide is an epidemic, and if a teenager, well, it's an epidemic among teenagers. So if a teenager shows signs of like depression or that they're going to kill themselves, they get taken to this facility where literally their whole minds and memories get erased so that they can get rid of the memories that is causing them to want to kill themselves. At first, I thought the concept was good, but the actual book didn't really deliver enough for me. It had to do with some romances in it that I just thought were so underdeveloped that I'm like, just don't put any romance in it because it was so bad. So I just don't think I'm gonna continue on with this series or reread the first book. I already read this book last year and I forgot a lot about it, and I don't feel like I want to go back and read the first book because I just have no interest anymore. So I'm just gonna get rid of these 2, and hopefully someone else will enjoy these 2 books better than I will. And I also have 2 more books that are part of a series, and that is Wake by Lisa McMahon. This is another book I read, I think it was last year or a few months ago. I don't even remember. It feels like it was a while ago. But I liked this book. It was okay, but it was really weird. Like, the concept of it is it's about this girl who can talk to people in her dreams, and it sounded really interesting, but again, this is a book that just didn't deliver for me. And I also have Fade. This is the sequel. I had the 3rd book, which was called Gone, but I ended up getting water on it, and it was completely destroyed, so I just threw it away because I already knew, like, I'm not gonna read this series anyway. So I just don't feel inclined to continue on with this series, so I'm just going to get rid of it, and hopefully someone else will love it more than I did. Next, I have Remember Yesterday by Pintip Dunn. This is another duplicate I have. So the story behind this one is I received Forget Tomorrow by Entangled Teen, which is the publisher, and then after that they sent me the sequel, but I didn't know at that time that they were going to send me the sequel, but I already loved Forget Tomorrow so much that I ended up ordering the book, so I got 2 copies of it. So this is the one that I ordered, and I don't need 2 copies of the book, so I'm just going to get rid of this one, but this is a great trilogy, and the 3rd book is coming out. I actually received the 3rd book, but I can't find it, and it's killing me because with this move and everything, everything's getting lost, and I hope it'll turn up. If not, then I might just need to like actually order the 3rd book even though it was sent to me, so that kind of sucks, but hopefully I'll find it. But this is a great series. I just have 2 copies of this book that I don't need. Next, I have this beat up copy of Glass Sword, which is the 2nd book in the Red Queen series. So I lent this out to my mom and she ended up spilling wine on it. But I already got Replace the book, which is much nicer. But this one, I'm not even going to give away. I'm just going to throw it away because who wants a book that has wine stains on it? And it's like, this book has seen better days. So I'm just going to get rid of this one. I already have a replaced copy of Glass Sword. So I don't need this one, nor do I ever want to see it because it's so ugly. And these last two books are my cousin's that ended up with my books, so I actually think I'm going to probably need to give them back to her. It is Dark Life and, see if I can get Fly Girl. I have no idea what these books are about, but they are my cousin's. I'm like, should I just give it away? Because literally my cousin does not even read, so I don't even know why she even owns books, but I will give these back to her. I don't need them, nor am I even interested in reading them, so they're gonna go. So those are all the books that I will be getting rid of. I had quite a lot of books, which actually makes me feel good because it means I'm actually getting rid of stuff instead of hoarding stuff, so that is good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more bookish related videos, possibly more unhauls in the future, which there probably will be some. We'll just have to see. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll be back really soon. Bye.